注意書きなのだ。重要なのは2番なのだ。始めるで。どこや。
I hope you'll reconsider. This threat endangers us all.
The Gilded Blades aren't mercenaries to call on to clean up your mess, Count Stefan. Can't you see that I'm eating? It isn't often I get to feast on fresh food. Go talk to the Lordling. He wants to speak to you.
My knights are ready, but Captain Siravane isn't convinced she wants to join us in this particular fight. But never mind that. Is Druid Laurel all right? Is the Sacred Staff safe? Damn it all to oblivion. At least Laurel is all right. I've assembled what knights I can spare, but we could really use Siravane and the Gilded Blades. Maybe you can convince her to help. I'd appreciate it. I've been banging my head against that particular wall for hours now. Remind her that if Lord Bacaro takes control of the archipelago, any safe ports she has on Galen will evaporate like a drop of water in a hot skillet.
I can never get enough of the food you landbound eat. It's so delicious. The Lordling sent you over to convince me to help, didn't he? My answer is the same. Why should I care about your political drama? And that concerns me how, exactly? If Druids want a king or not, that's their business, not mine. Sea Lord Nalos was my problem, and I took care of it. What happens on Galen next doesn't matter to me. Just because our purposes aligned once doesn't mean we'll sail side by side forever, mercenary. We both wanted Nalos dead, and now he is. That was a win for both of us. I'd need a more compelling reason to risk my crew again. That is certainly something I hadn't considered. I do like the safe haven that the Lordling has provided us with. And what was that about allies? Bacaro is working with the Fire Song? All right, you convinced me. My ship is yours, for now.
I knew you'd come around, Siravane. Let's meet at the Vastir docks. Well done, friend. With Captain Siravane and the Mad Maiden beside us, we shouldn't have too much trouble getting to Ipholon. We'll meet up on the Vastir docks and make our final plans there.
The more time I spend on land, the more entwined I become in the affairs of Galen. Things are a lot less complicated on the open sea.
It's good to see you, dear. And is that Count Stefan? Glad House Mornard could join us, Your Excellency. Captain Zarji's ship is ready to sail. Next stop, Ipholon.
You'd rather sail with that puny cat on a sorry excuse for a fishing scow. Suit yourself. If it actually survives the voyage, we'll see you on Ipholon.
House Mornard and its knights are with you. We'll follow in Captain Siravane's vessel.
I don't know a lot about druids and spirits, but I do know how to fight. I'll be with you every step of the way, Five Claw. You can count on me.
Druid Laurel said something about fighting an angry volcano spirit. She was joking, yes? Please, Walker, tell Zaji that we will not be sailing the Pounce too close to the volcano. This one would rather not see his beloved ship go up in flames.
Well, here we are, right in the middle of a story that might be too outrageous for even Investigator Vale to tackle. Luckily, we have you. I still can't truly believe it. Bakaro, the Ascendant Lord. Let's get aboard the skiff and go, dear.
My particular skills lean more toward healing than battle, but I'll do whatever I can to help you stop Lord Bakaro.
I'm worried about Free, and what Lord Bakaro may be doing to them. The sooner we can get to Ifilon, the better as far as I'm concerned.
Ido?
This time we're going to put an end to the Ascendant Order and that traitor Lord Bakaro. Ascendant Lord is just another name for dinner, yes?
This is a nice beach, yes? Maybe Zaji should wait here. Keep the path back to the Pounce open. This one's fur is quite flammable, and there is much too much lava around for Zaji's taste.
Come, dear. We have plans to make.
All my seasons as a druid, and this is my first visit to Ifilon. I just wish it was under better circumstances.
Even though the Fire Song surrendered after Archdruid Orlaith's death, it's evident that Lord Bakaro still has the support of some of the Circle's more ardent members, not to mention his own Ascendant Knights. We need to proceed cautiously, friend.
Laurel, Ravana, and I talked during the voyage. If Lord Bakaro truly means to awaken the spirit of the volcano, he's going to need to do it from inside Mount Firesong. And since he knows we're coming, he'll throw everything he has in our way. Sleight of hand, my dear. Count Stefan and Captain Siravane landed farther up the beach. While our allies draw attention at the main entrance, you and I will follow in their wake and find another way into the mountain. Laurel wasn't sure, but she thinks she remembers a cave to the right of the main entrance. Let's search around. If nothing else presents itself, we'll see where that cave leads.
The Ascendant Order's forces pulled back to the main entrance into the mountain. Siravane and her pirates went after them. We arrived before your ship and took the lead. Lady Arabelle wanted us to clear a path, and we've done what we can. We ran into a large contingent of Ascendant Knights. Siravane and the Gilded Blades chased them back to the main entrance.
Count Stefan and his knights cleared out most of Bakaro's forces. Let's keep moving.
These Ascendant Order barnacles are cowards. They flee at the first sign of a worthy opponent.
I assumed these Ascendant Order Knights were going to provide a challenge, but they ran the moment we began to cut them down. They did mention the Ascendant Lord, though. He's definitely inside the mountain.
This tunnel cuts deep into the mountain. Hopefully it will lead us to Lord Bakaro. Firesong druids. Proceed with caution, dear.
The Druid King calls forth the spirit of the volcano. Soon, our enemies will perish in lava and flame.
Vaccaro has started. We have to hurry.
移動して戦闘。倒すだぞ。
You are not worthy of the regalia, false king!
The spirit of Mount Firesong fled when the false king died. The volcano has no spirit to calm it now. The false king is gone, but so is the spirit of the mountain. Without a spirit to calm it, Mount Firesong's rage will continue unchecked. Perhaps, if the balance is restored, a new spirit must fill the void in Mount Firesong's heart. I will be that spirit. It means I will calm the volcano before it destroys the archipelago. Attempt to contain most of the damage to Ipholon. But I will need your help, friend of Laurel. Friend of Free. Place the regalia to form a circle around me. Then command me to bind myself to the mountain. You are not the Druid King, but with the regalia and my willingness, the binding should hold. Then I will do what I can to quiet the volcano. I will remain, but I will be different. As the seed becomes a tree, I shall become the spirit of the mountain, and I will slumber, as will Mount Firesong. Now take the crown and the gauntlet and place them around me. Quickly, friend. Place the gauntlet and crown to form a ritual circle. Now Free is the spirit of Mount Firesong. Now the volcano will be still. Goodbye, friend. And thank you.
Where did you come from, Five Claw? You made Zaji's heart skip a beat, yes?
The volcano erupted, but except for the top of the mountain, Ipholon is intact. I very much want to hear what happened, dear.
Tell Lady Arabelle your story first, my friend. I can wait to hear the details.
I'm glad to see you, friend. But where is Free? No, talk to Lady Arabelle. Tell her what happened, and the rest of us will listen in.
Did the mountain switch you out? Is that how you got back here? Is that even possible? Ah, if only Zaji knew more about the workings of volcanoes.
I was certain we were all doomed when the volcano exploded, but no, we're all still alive. I suppose we have you to thank for that, Five Claw.
How did you manage to calm the spirit of the mountain, my friend? And how did you contain the volcano's eruption? The damage should have been much greater. Go on. Talk to Lady Arabelle. I can't wait to hear what happened over there. You're here and the volcano has calmed down. I guess that means you also dealt with this Lord Vaccaro that everyone has been so concerned about. Good.
I got everyone back to the ship before the volcano fully erupted. But even so, I'm surprised we're all still alive. Care to enlighten us about what happened inside Mount Firesong, dear? Free was able to contain all that power. They saved the archipelago, the Alliance leaders, all of us. But where's Free now? Why didn't they return with you? You said they took the place of the spirit. What does that mean? Oh, poor Free. Their sacrifice saved us all. I'll remember them fondly for that. And you're sure Lord Bacaro is defeated? Without their leader, his Ascendant Order should fade away. But what happened to the Druid King's regalia, dear? It's just as well. As long as the Druids remain divided, they aren't ready for a new king. And I'm not sure how Emmerich and the others would react to another royal in their midst. Well, talk to our friends, dear. Then we should return to Vastir.
What a season this has been, my friend. The Ascendant Order, rogue druids, a false druid king, and an ancient nature spirit. All because of a prophecy most of my people barely remember. I'm just glad you were here to help set things right.
I wish I could have been there with you when you took down Bacaro. I really wanted to rip into him and see what a traitor tastes like. Maybe next time, yes.
Zaji could get used to this hero business. If only it paid better. Oh well. When you're done talking to everybody, let Zaji know and we'll sail back to Vastir.
I'm sorry we couldn't figure another way to get out of this. Free shouldn't have had to sacrifice themselves to save the rest of us. I'm just glad you stopped Bacaro. Now maybe we can finally start to rebuild Galen. All this death and destruction because Bacaro wanted to dig up some ancient Breton legacy. If I learned anything from my time with the Druids, it's that they don't need a king or a prophecy to make the world a better place. They just need to do it. Don't be silly, of course I do. But that legacy isn't crowns and gauntlets. It's people. Born of humans and elves to become something altogether new. It's magic, druids, and knightly orders. That's the Breton legacy I believe in. It's the...
I'm glad you were with Free inside the mountain, my friend. I'll never forget what they did to save us all. Free isn't gone, friend. They've just become something more. As a tree grows from seed to sapling to massive oak, so too has Free transformed. They're still with us, asleep in Mount Firesong, keeping us safe from the power of the volcano. Whenever you want to see Free, just look toward Mount Firesong. They're a part of it now. The spirit of the mountain. I need to tell the Druids what happened here. Let them learn the last lesson the Sower had to teach us. Sacrifice.
That's a whale of a story, mercenary. But I think I prefer having you with me than against me. So, at least for now, you have the respect of the Gilded Blades and their captain. The Gilded Blades handled themselves well, as always. And when Lady Arabelle sounded the warning, we headed to the nearest ship and set sail. For me, that happened to be this one. And your spirit friend decided to stay behind? Is that true? That's intense. Can't say I'd have done the same, but I can respect someone willing to give up their life to save others. It isn't particularly the Sea Elf way, but still. I think I'll drink to Free whenever I sail past the mountain.
以上 愛知県名古屋終わり。